So guys, sorry I didn't add myself. So I hope you guys can hear me now. So guys, sorry I didn't add myself. So I hope you guys can hear me now. So as I was saying, we're going to check the daily time frame on gold. The weekly time frame basically, you see gold has been pushing higher, higher. So if you're just joining, you're very much welcome, guys. The comment section is quite open for you guys. This is not a Google Meet where you can interact with your voice, but the comment section is open for you to lay your comments. Then I'll share it. Everybody will be able to see it on the screen. So we can see gold is very quite the gold chart is very clean, very just bullish movement. Gold has been very bullish like since the beginning of ever, since it was ever created. So it's just going up, 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 up. That's because, especially this period, elections in US is coming. Um, the war in Ukraine, all those things, all these countries, they don't like to now keep their investment in those countries again. Those top investors, instead, they'll put their money in assets like gold, safe assets. So they put their money in safe assets like gold because gold is ever rising. It's scarce. So that's the one of the reasons why it keeps on going. This is the weekly time frame. Also Nasdaq as well, S&P 500. Those pairs are always up. They're always going up. No matter how you see this down movement, they are just basically up movement. So you use them as long-term investments. So like this low, this fair value gap here will be a good place to buy and just hold. But we're trading intraday here, so looking for daily moves. So this week has already been a bit bullish. I'm just want to check the economic calendar and see if there is news. So I just want to check the economic calendar now to see if there's any news coming. So I just saw you guys. I want to check the economic calendar. I'm just going to you go to my FX book. This is where you see all the news coming up. So I'm going to remove USD card. I'm going to remove card, CHF, Chinese yen, Euro, all these other pairs, and just leave USD and make sure it's high impact. Then I will apply the changes. So I'm going to check this week. Okay, I think there has been a mistake there. So high impact news currencies, USD. Okay, select USD and apply. Okay, you see this week we had on Wednesday yesterday. That's why you could see that huge drop on Wednesday. If anybody was watching Gold Chart on Wednesday yesterday. So today we also have news coming up. We have high impact news. Tomorrow we have high impact news. So we should still expect the expansion for this week to go up. We should still expect that expansion. I was thinking we're done, but we're not done. The low of the week has already formed here on Wednesday. So this is the lowest point this week is going to get to. I don't think it's going to get below that low. So this could have been a good spot to buy because it went into this daily fair value gap. So now we're just targeting higher prices again because I feel like this it has formed the lowest point of this week. No, yeah. If he wants to tap in, you just come in small and still go up. But let's watch. You can't always be certain. Sorry, let me just quickly jump to the lowest time frame to see if there's anything forming there before I continue the analysis so I don't miss something. Because we're trading the 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock time window, so you have to be on the lower time frame to see what's going on. So it's just consolidating. So let's go back to the 4 hour and continue the analysis. So if you are just joining, make sure you subscribe so that I don't really have to post the link on the groups or anywhere before you get notified. So immediately I start any live stream, even though it's not in the Monday, it's not on morning in the morning, you can immediately join. You get notified and you join it. So this is 4 hour time frame. We see the huge drop yesterday because of the news that came out. It went into this daily fair value gap that we marked out on the higher time frame. Then also it tapped this other block here. So it's rejecting of this other block here now on the 4 hours time frame. So it's going higher. Um, if we had actually closed, maybe this candle closed below this low and closed below this fair value this other block, then I'll feel like okay, it's going to just yeah. I'm trying to say if it closed because it didn't close, it just formed a wick. If it closed below this low, closed below this other block like this, maybe something. Sorry, the magnet is too strong. If you close there and it start retracing right now, I'll say we should start looking for like a sell to sell it back down into maybe feel more of that fair value gap, but I didn't see that close. So it's just bullish right now. Since we had a large expansion yesterday, it's finding a tough setup this morning will be somehow tough. Yeah, because this whole range now, this was just a liquidity grab to propel this movement up. So as you can see yesterday's trade, I came out early. Could if I didn't come out, I would have gotten stopped. So I came out with my profits early. I didn't live stream this one, but this trade was I dropped the analysis on the group. Those that took it would have maybe if you held too long, you just get chopped. That's why you have to be disciplined in holding your trades and being content. Sorry, not just holding your trade. So let's watch. I'm down to the. I think did I talk about the 1 hour time frame? Okay, let me talk about the 1 hour time frame now. So you are doing a top-down analysis. Same thing for the 1 hour time frame as the 4 hour. We are still looking for higher prices. So down to the 15 minutes. Okay, you can see the 15 minutes. Some fair value gap down here. Some other blocks or rejection area here. So if price close above all these points of rejection, like maybe here, if it close above there, because there's an other block here. Most people don't really call this another block, but it's still something that rejects that makes price to bounce off it. So I still classify it like that. So if you get close above there, above something like that, and maybe yeah, you see price close above all this point, it's then it's going to be very simple from that point. Once you see something like this, just look for retracement and you buy it. Look for 2 to 1 risk to reward ratio because you see what happened yesterday. If you were looking for times, if you were looking for 1 to 3.5 risk to reward ratio, you would have lost money. You would have your stop loss would have been hit like this. But don't be greedy. Just go 2 to 1, 2 to 1. You end up growing your capital very steadily. Just do 4 times 2 of what you're risking, or let's say times 3 so if you want, because it went up to times 3 there. So now we just have to wait for that to happen. If not, if that doesn't happen, then we have to see something significant here to make this other block valid for itself. So if we don't see price go above all those high, maybe we want to see something, maybe in the nature of like it forms some kind of high here, then it breaks it, then we look for retracement and sell something like that. Yeah, or it does something like this, or maybe it starts coming down like this, then it goes back up, then breaks this low again. If it breaks this low again, then we look for a sell here and take it down. Let me go down to the lower time frame. Let's see if we can get something between 8 to 9. Because silver bullet have been it's not showing often these days because of the movements of gold. No, gold is just being manipulated these days. So it will be hard for you to catch silver bullet 8 to 9. Let's see it's just ranging within these 8. So that's to show you that this time window, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock, is very precise. Something really happens here because see, all here was running. All here it was running. Why is it that when it was 8, it started consolidating? Something going on there. See, it's just consolidating. So let's just wait. I'm going to set an alert here. I'll just add this alert here. I'll add another alert above this high so that I'll get notified on my phone and also on my desktop, on my laptop, when it breaks those highs or breaks the low. So I'll set those two alert. Then I'm going to check another pair now. I'll check Euro USD. A lot of people were asking me about Euro USD yesterday, although I didn't trade it. I think there was a news this morning on Euro. I think there's a news this morning on Euro USD. But if you're an active trader, you know that Euro USD is selling. And let me tell you guys a secret now. I want to show you where Euro USD the targets. Let me show you the targets at this point. This is a opening week gap. It's a gap. Gaps usually draw price like mad. This gap, it's not a fair value gap, but it's a gap instead. A gap in price, cracking correlation of the market is very strong. It's a very strong magnet that price will draw to. So that's where Euro is targeting since it might also want to go below this low, but this is the main target. This gap on daily time frame. Let me see how this week has been on Euro USD. So I'm going to the weekly time frame. You can see this is the main area that Euro wants to get to. If nobody tells you this is it. You can screenshot it and mark it. I said like this gap right here. It's a very strong draw on liquidity. Is sorry draw on price. That's where it's going to. 100%. Very strong. It's a cracking correlation. So those gaps are not supposed to be like that. Anytime there's a gap like that, price will usually likes to feel it. So you can see USD has been bearish throughout this week. I want to see where the high of this week formed. Okay, on Monday, that's where it formed the highest point. So now we're doing a small retracement, then look for a sell. So just look for sells on Euro. Hopefully, this other block should hold. Hopefully that other block should hold, and see you should see a confirmation before you sell. Wow, but this move was clean. This was the news that happened this morning. It started buying at that fair value gap clean. So for Euro, you just look for a structure shift here. If it goes up here, something like this, once it's going up, it's going to form structure now. So you just wait for the structure to break, then you sell it to that gap I mentioned. Sell it to the gap. If not, why doubt? If not, if it goes above here, you just have to wait. Because I don't think it will be a good time to start buying it too, but just chill if it goes here. But this is basically what I'm looking for. Okay, we have the alert is ringing on gold now. Let me comment since you guys don't want to comment. Don't say anything. Come on, this one is just to wait. Honestly, I don't think we can get a setup before 9 o'clock. But to be after 9. And these days I've been eyeing this pair GBP CHF. Let me check it out. I'm still watching gold a bit. Let me see. Mhm. Let me use the fib. Okay, what 0.5? It's rejecting off 0.5 right now. I don't buy the idea for a sell. I'm going to leave the idea for a sell right now. I don't buy the idea of a sell. Let me check 15 minutes. Now, if I want to sell, this is possible to take a sell around here if you go down to the 3 minutes. But there's different type of capital. If you are trading capital that you want to trade aggressively with, you just wait for you just wait for you just wait for a retracement. You just wait for retracement. As you are trading aggressively. But me, I want to be quite sure of what I'm doing, even though not 100%. But this would be a risk, though, something like that. To be a risk. Let me see higher time frame, 1 hour. See where we are. Okay, let me check. 4 hours. Sorry, oops. 4 hour. I can't take that risk. Can't take the risk. Nope. Can't take the risk. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for here. So if it goes below there, but right now, the reason. So let me. Sorry, I'm just talking to myself. Let me explain why I didn't want to take that risk. Because if you look at this area, this low. Sorry, that's not line. So you see this low. It wasn't taken out. It wasn't broken. It was just the wick that just tap it, and all this, you can see all these candle bodies, they respected the line. Like, why is that? Why is it that no candle body close below that line? It's algorithmic. So algo is not by chance. So those kind of things are things you should just note out. So it's more like this was a liquidity grab and it's rushing upwards. If it broke below here properly, then I'll start looking for like a nice sell here. But I'm not going to take that sell now. Until maybe something, if it goes below here and then it has showed that okay, it really wants to sell. But right now I'm not looking for that. So as I was saying, I want to look at GBP CHF. Yeah, sorry, I'm just seeing this comment now. Yeah, there'll be news. This is news event. 4 hours from now by 1:30. So all these ones are not as strong as NFP and CPI. So but they will still have a large range. They will still cause price to move in a large range. Okay, I'm just checking GBP CHF on the lower time frame. I'm trying to check the past days if it has been giving silver bullet entries or it has been consolidating. Okay. The other day was nice. So I don't really want to analyze this CHF sha. But my long term idea for CHF, GBP CHF is a buy from it because if you look at it clearly, there's no doubt it has tapped into this fair value gap, a weekly fair value gap for that matter. So obviously, obviously, and again this structure, clean structure. I marked this out a long time ago. Came down, took out liquidity here, shaped the market structure, came down, took out some more liquidity. Now it's rejecting back up, going back up, formed a fair value gap, entered fair value gap. No weekly candle has closed below this fair value gap. So obviously it's a clean buy. If you want to swing, it's a clean swing opportunity. Just here, stop loss. Think here, stop loss will just be below here. Clean swing. Can swing it to this fair value gap. You can see all these have been respecting the fair value gap. Everything have been respecting the fair value gap. None of them have closed below the fair value gap. So it's still a valid swing trade. Very clean. I think last time I saw something like this was on GBP USD. I held it for 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. It was nice. Good morning, David TLC. Subscribe if you are just joining. So I've already done my analysis on Euro USD. Maybe you joined late, but let me rush it again. I shared a secret that why is Euro USD rushing down except from DXY reasons. So why is it rushing down? It's because of this gap, this weekly opening gap. Price usually, if you notice, it's a very strong draw. It's stronger than the fair value gap. It's just like the fair value gap, but instead it's a gap. That means this week price closed here, but the next week it opened here. It's a strong draw. It's a gap. So it's usually price likes to go to those type of gaps. So that's what I'm trying to say, that your USD is attached, is drawing towards that gap on the weekly time frame. So if it goes to that gap, then we'll now start looking for buys, because if you look at the overall structure itself, it's kind of bullish. Look at it from here. All here it came down, it went, then it started going up, going up, took out liquidity here. Then now you can see a huge shift here in the market structure. Now it's going to fill that gap. Then we now start looking for it to continue higher. Don't know if there's any need to even check. You check the monthly time frame too. You can see. Or the monthly time frame is saying another thing. Saying what? The monthly time frame is saying it's looking bearish. So it can go to that gap, then even go lower than that gap, because there's even something here again on the monthly. You see that? So most of you are not concerned about this higher time frame. So let me go down to your level, smaller time frames. So that's it for the weekly. On the daily. You can see we have taken out this liquidity. We are going towards this gap. We are going towards the gap. But price wants to retrace today. It wants to retrace today. Maybe this morning is going to do that retracement. Then in the afternoon, when the news comes out, it's going to sell towards that area. So watch, I think it's going to retrace. This is a fair value gap here. It's already going into it. This is a fair value gap. It's going into the fair value gap already. So inside this fair value gap, on the lower time frame, you should look for a structure for sell. Yeah, inside here, because this area too is going to reject price. Strong rejection. If those that know support and resistance, you know that this is a support and resistance. So I don't really care about the names. Basically, I just use them. So what you should look for on Euro USD is basically for it to, because I've framed this on the daily time frame, or I've seen it from the daily time frame that this is a fair value gap. This is where we're drawing towards. Um, this area price can reject off of it. So you just have to go to the lower time frame, wait for it to get to that point, then you look for your market structure shift. So you see it's rushing towards that area. So you just wait for it to get to that area, look for your market structure shift, then you sell. So maybe in the afternoon that news will make it go that way or something like that. Because there are lots of news coming in the afternoon. Let me see what gold is doing again. So that's the analogy right now we have on Euro USD. Mm. Okay, those of you asking to zoom in. So it's already 9 o'clock. So that should be the end of the stream today. Yeah, so that should be the end. So guys, that will be all for this morning because it's 9 already. But if you want further guidance, because most times you see like yesterday's zone now, yesterday before I got to the entry, it was already let me check the time for the entry yesterday. Yeah, it was around 9:48. So I can't really stream to 9:48 or that's just watching chat. It's going to get boring for you guys. So if you want, because after now I'm still going to be looking at the chat. So if you want further guidance, just DM me on WhatsApp. Yeah, just DM me on WhatsApp. Then I'll continue telling you what I'm looking at and what you should be looking out for. Where to set your stop loss, where to set your entry. Because some people that bought yesterday that didn't know where to set their stop loss, they would have getting stopped out. Maybe if they set their stop loss here, something like that. But yesterday that we bought was very nice. It was clean. So those that were greedy that look for more would have gotten stocked out. So that's why it's good for you to send me a message, then I'll guide you through everything. So that'll be all. So what we looked at was gold, euro, USD, and GBP. So I'll answer questions on that when you send me a message. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is Friday, so see you guys tomorrow.